Henry Cejudo loses against Song Yadong in a very interesting ending where the ref had to stop it because Henry Cejudo couldn't see out of his left eye. This is what happened throughout the scenario. Just to sum it up, Song Yadong poked both of Henry Cejudo's eyes. Henry Cejudo took 5 minutes to recover because he said it was a really bad eye poke. Continue on to the rest of the fight. And, he said he couldn't see out of his left eye, complained about it in the corner. And the ref had to, start the fourth round and then had to end it immediately because of Cejudo's eye issue. Uh, it was a very interesting, I want to say, opinions on that situation. Some would have said that Song Yadong should have had a point taken away. Personally, I think that was the only eye poke of the fights. I don't think just one warning should have been fine. So I don't mind it. I don't think he should have got a point taken away personally. But they both called for a rematch. And personally speaking, I think that's fair. I feel like if Song Yadong wants to, let's say hypothetically, move on from this fight, maybe him and Yan again. But I don't know. I think the rematch is totally fine. For Cejudo, though, did his stock go down after this fight? Potentially, because the way that he got out of that situation, don't get me wrong, I think, it's a brutal eye poke. I would have, I don't blame him for, not continuing the fight. However, some are kind of upset about how Cejudo took 5 minutes to recover and all that kind of stuff. And I'm interested to see, let's say hypothetically Cejudo loses again against Song Yadong. Because to be fair, Song Yadong was piecing him up for the first 3 rounds, in my opinion. He was definitely very sharp in this fight. If he loses again against, Song Yadong, I don't know what Henry Cejudo's goal is in terms of fighting, because it is kind of hard to come back from a few fight losing streak, loses against the number 8 ranked contender in Song Yadong. I don't know what you would do in that scenario. So it's a tricky position to where Henry Cejudo goes for after this. After the next fight, if he loses again. So yeah, I mean that's just my thoughts on the fight. I think Song Yadong was just looking very sharp throughout the first few rounds before the fight had to stop. The eye stoppage. Do I blame Cejudo for not continuing? I do not blame him at all. That eye poke was very brutal. To be fair, just the only thing is maybe the fans now not respect Cejudo even more now just because of how that situation played out. But to be fair, it's like if you were going to be realistic, it's like getting poked in the eye, both eyes, uh, with a lot of attention to obviously hurt the person. It's brutal. I don't, you know what I mean? It's brutal at the end of the day. And yeah, man, I think they're both going to go for a rematch, and I don't mind that. I personally don't mind a rematch. Song Yadong, I feel like we'll piece him up once again. Cejudo, it's interesting. And I saw this point. This Cejudo is a Olympic wrestler. This guy's a gold medalist in Olympic wrestling. I need him to wrestle. I need to see him wrestle more, in my personal opinion. And that's maybe the strategy that he should go for the next fight. I feel like he should just wrestle more instead of trying to exchange, with the hands and striking overall against Song Yadong. And because I feel like if he does, exchange striking against Song Yadong, I feel like Song Yadong will get the better end of that stick. But if Cejudo switches it up, it could definitely be a different fight. And I feel like that's what Cejudo should do in the next fight against Song Yadong. But anyways, if you guys like this video and you guys like this quick wrap up of the fight, please like, comment, and subscribe. The goal of the subscriber count is to get to 10,000 subs. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.